In today's video, I'm going to explain you why 2 hours a week is all you need to stay fit as a management consultant. So I'm going to be covering two main topics. First, I'm going to go over the three main reasons why 2 hours is enough. And second, I'm going to explain you three other things that you should keep in mind while working out 2 hours a week. But before we deep dive into the topics, I want to quickly present myself and tell you why should you listen to me. Well, for two main reasons. Number one, I have a vast experience in fitness. I've been working out for over 8 years. I've helped over 1,200 clients transform their bodies, and I have a certificate in nutrition from Precision Nutrition. And number two, I have a very traditional educational background. I studied management and finance in top business schools in Europe. And I've accumulated 3 years of corporate experience so far, including management consulting. So I went through this myself. And yeah, overall, I've managed to keep a pretty good balance between my corporate life, my personal life, and my fitness life. Now that we got that out of the way, let's start with the why. Why 2 hours a week is enough specifically for management consultants? Well, there are three main reasons. Firstly, because in terms of progress, 2 hours is more than enough to achieve great progress. Number two, because it really gives you a lot of flexibility to your busy schedule. And number three, because it's a very sustainable approach in the long term, okay? So starting with the reason number one, progress that works. And here, well, as you can see the image, I included a graph of diminishing returns, and this is probably the biggest key takeaway I want you to take from this, from this slide, is that 80% of your gains can be achieved with 2 hours a week. This is related with the minimum effective dose principle. And what I want to say with this is that, of course, if you work out 3 hours, 4 hours, or even 5 hours, you can achieve better progress than 2 hours a week. But 2 hours will cover pretty much 80% of your gain. So after that, one additional workout hour will only give you a little extra, okay? So given that probably your priority right now is not really your fitness, is more your career, I don't think you need to really opt for the 100% gains that you can get from working out. 80% is probably pretty damn good considering that you only need to put in 2 hours. So that's probably the biggest key takeaway I want you to take from this first bucket. Of course, it's not only about the 2 hours, other things must be met. For example, the quality must be good. So given that you are only working out 2 hours a week, you have to make sure that the quality of these workouts are really great. That's not the main purpose of this video, so I'm gonna film new videos discussing how to make your sessions the best. But really, you need to ensure that the quality and the quality of your sessions are on point, okay? And also, since you are only doing 2 sessions a week, you have a much better recovery time between sessions, and that's probably really beneficial for you, especially because you are probably very tired mentally from your demanding work life and probably physically as well. You might be traveling every day, or you might be sitting every day, or well, honestly, just 2 hours a week of workouts will give you plenty of rest time to recover between sessions, okay? So that's point number one. Now, moving on to point number two, flexibility for your schedule. And this is super, super important because of the nature of your work. Again, you have very unpredictable schedules. You work long hours, maybe 60, 70 hours a week sometimes. And it's really hard to work out more than 2 hours a week for most people. And if you try, let's say you try a 5-day-a-week schedule, and let's say you have a planned session on Monday, and for some reason you have a last-minute meeting and you miss that Monday session, you probably messed up your entire schedule for the rest of the week if you have a 5-day-week split. Now, if you only have 2 days a week, you have much more flexibility, and you'd be able to just push that session one day, and you'd still be able to complete the other session at a later point. So 2 hours a week really allows you to have much more flexibility and freedom with your own schedule, and you don't feel the guilt over missed sessions because you can really compensate within that same week, okay? So that's a super important point, and can also be related with the third one, which is sustainability in the long term. Not only will this keep you more motivated, but will also allow you to be more consistent over time. You probably don't love working out. It's not your passion like mine. I'm a very rare case. I really love working out, so I try to make an effort to be really committed with my workouts. But most people who don't really care about looking amazing or are not really obsessed with the gym, if you work out 5-6 days a week, you'll get tired over time mentally. You'll start losing motivation, especially if you are not seeing the progress that you want. So with 2 hours a week, you will ensure that you will see progress, assuming you do things right. You have flexibility to adjust the workouts so it will fit your busy lifestyle. And all in all, you'll just feel more motivated to keep going week by week. This will be something that will be implemented in your life forever. It's not like a marathon that you work out for a certain amount of months and then you stop. No, that's not what we want here. We want something that is sustainable in the long term. So 2 hours a week is pretty sustainable for 99% of people. So these three main reasons together explains why 2 hours a week is more than enough for consistent progress without sacrificing your career or even your personal life. Now, of course, you need some other rules to make sure that these 2 hours a week are effective and that you are having progress. And here I want to tell you the three main things you need to keep in mind when working out 2 hours a week. First things first, you need to prioritize a schedule that works for you. Some people prefer to divide these 2 hours in 2 sessions of 1 hour each. Other people prefer to divide these 2 hours into 6 sessions of 20 minutes. So it's really up to you. I personally like to divide it in 2 sessions of 1 hour each. But yeah, it really depends on your own life. If you work from home many days of the week and if you have equipment at home, it probably makes sense that you can do 20-minute workouts 6 days a week, and you can probably do it in your lunch break or right in the morning. So it really depends on your own life. Me personally, I like to disconnect from my work environment and from my house and go to the gym and dedicate 1 hour to this session where I can free up my mind and just really focus on the workout. But again, it depends on your personal preference in your lifestyle. It will also depend on how your week looks. All in all, I'm not saying that you must have a fixed schedule every week, but you should have a baseline of what your usual workout split will look like for most weeks, okay? So this will give you some structure and some organization in your own life. Number 2 is to balance focus across sessions. So of course, this will depend on your own goal. If your main goal right now is to build muscle, you'll probably dedicate 80% of your time dedicated to strength training, bodybuilding style of training. On the other hand, if you don't really care about getting muscle and you just want to lose fat and look like a normal person, you'll probably dedicate more time into fat loss style workouts where you are burning way more calories than a regular strength training session. I think you need to find a balance. I'm not saying that you should exclude a specific style of training. You should have a combination of strength training, fat loss, cardio style of training, but it should skew to a particular side depending on your goal. And that's something you need to set and prioritize before you plan your workout session. Finally, number 3, make every session count. I touched on this on the first slide, but basically this will only work if the quality of your sessions are just really great. And there are 3 main things that I consider for a good quality session. Number 1 is proper form. I see a lot of people ego lifting. They have no idea what they are doing and they are just trying to lift crazy amounts of weight with shitty form. Number 2 is the intensity of your sets. So given that you are training only 2 hours a week, you need to ensure that your sets are intense and you feel really that you are working hard. Because I see a lot of people doing, for example, 3 sets of 10. They throw a random weight in the machine or on the barbell. And after those 10 reps, they feel like they didn't do anything. They don't even know what muscle they were working on. So, of course, the sets have to be really high quality. And number 3, tracking progress. This is super, super important. I see a lot of guys going to the gym without knowing how much weight they will try to lift in that particular session, how many reps, how many sets. This should be on top of your mind, okay? And there are many easy ways to track this nowadays. You can simply use the Notes app on your phone, or you can simply use a fitness app. Nowadays, there are many fitness apps that will automatically track this for you. So guys, that's pretty much it. I tried to make this very short and concise to give you as much information as possible without wasting any of your time. So now you have 2 options after watching this video. So you can keep everything as it is, do not change anything, keep grinding your consulting life without taking care of your health. But I'm telling you, you will regret this choice at some point. and you'll continue to watch your health decline, your body fat going up, your energy levels going down. So that's option number one. Option number two is the correct one, and basically it means that you will take action after watching this video. You will take control of your health. You will start today. You will apply the principles you learned in today's video, and you will start improving your health and fitness, which is totally doable even if you are working in consulting. And I'm telling you this because I know a lot of people personally and online that believe that it's either being successful in your career or having a healthy body. They don't believe they can have both, but that's totally a misconception, okay, guys? So yeah, to finish off, I just want to say that I train and I help management consultants get in shape, okay? So if you want guidance and to maximize your results in the quickest amount of time, you can book a call with me. We will discuss. The call is totally free. This is just for me to get to know you. We'll discuss. We will see if we can work together. And if yes, I would be super happy to work with you, okay? So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to learn more about this topic.